Kicking off all the action tonight, we'll see the much-anticipated professional debut of former amateur standout Kristec Bazaldua. Mexico's Armando Bustamante is in the opposite corner for the Californian's first fight in a pro ring. Looking very composed here in the opening round, as you would expect from a fighter with the amateur pedigree that he has. Despite that, though, Jesse, sometimes even sparkling amateurs, you'll see them kind of fly out of the gate, a little bit of nervous energy in their first pro fight.
I agree. I mean, you can tell he's a bit nervous, but at the end of the day, he's really getting comfortable in there. Look at the way he uses those angles. I really like that. You know, he's seeing everything in slow motion, the way he just moves with that lateral movement. He's doing an amazing job so far, and he's really getting a feel for this amateur feel.
A little less bounce in the step of Bazaldua this round, and in speaking to Manny Robles Jr., he said one thing they're working on, Jesse, as he terrific left hand. One thing they have been working on is setting his feet a little bit more often, and I think we're seeing that in this round. Bazaldua, one of the latest Matchroom signees, alongside names like Yankiel Rivera and Peter McGrail. Nice body.
Exactly. Bustamante finally getting some steam going on now.
Well, Bustamante has absorbed quite a few of those in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that, you know, his anxiety to win has diminished. Look at that 1-2 it just landed by Bazaldua. He's keeping control from beginning to the fourth round to now, and he's really looking good in the process. Bazaldua only 18 years old and looking like he's been a pro for a couple of years already.
Seconds tick away on the pro debut of Kristec Bazaldua. Armando Bustamante will be able to take him the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action here in Sinaloa, we go to the judges' score totals. All 3 judges scored identically, 40-36 for your winner by unanimous decision, Kristec El Flaco Bazaldua.
And we take a look at our next matchup. Alejandro Young taking on Francisco Pina. You see the knockout percentages very close to one another. Alejandro Young with a little bit more professional experience, but important to note that 5 of his pro fights have come against the same 2 fighters, so a much-needed different look for Alejandro Young here tonight as he takes on Francisco Pina. Alejandro Young, part of a fighting family. I think you pointed this out in the last round, Jesse, that Pina has really decided how this fight has looked. When he wants to back up, he's doing it. When he wants to kind of ambush Young and land some body shots, he has. But look at Young firing back now with a good right hand and a left hook to the body.
For the same reason, because you stated it yourself. Right now, Pina is choosing when to relax. Every time he relaxes, he gets comfortable. When he gets comfortable, he gets caught with the punch. And then, which makes him get heated, push forward, and then actually score some points, just as he's doing now. And then we got to admit that Lara isn't as patient as Pina is. You know, Lara likes to, you know, press the action. Oh, what a hook by Pina. He shook the entire body of Young, and now with another left hand.
Stiff left hand there from Pina, and Young is in trouble again. Maybe hasn't fully recovered from the end of round 4. The footwork a little jittery for Alejandro Young there a moment ago.
Very well said. I think that's exactly what Pina was doing. He was just holding off, figuring out his opponent, and then he knew exactly when to turn it on.
Final 15 seconds of this fight. Alejandro Young may need a knockout, but trying to make one final plea to the judges here. But it's been Francisco Pina who has been all over him all night long.
Damas y caballeros, después 8 asaltos aquí en Culiacán, vámonos a la decisión de los jueces. Ricardo Felix, 78-75. Guadalupe Quintero, 77-75. Elva Mena, 77-76. Todas a favor del ganador por decisión unánime. He's still undefeated. Francisco Piña.
And the action continues here in Culiacan as we take a look at our next matchup. Misael Rodriguez and Aaron Guerrero. Similar in terms of professional experience, but of course, the amateur pedigree of Misael Rodriguez, certainly a selling feature for Rodriguez. We are ready to meet the fighters. Well, thus far, it's been Rodriguez winning that jab battle, as you mentioned, sheerly on timing as he lands a good left hook to the body. Because Guerrero has more physical advantages than I think that we expected when seeing them at the weigh-in. Guerrero, a very big middleweight, at least in comparison to Rodriguez.
Yeah, they're big guys. I mean, both are over 6 feet, 160 pounds, and he's very big coming from, you know, this region of the country. You know, oh, what a punch. That was a good one there by Misael Rodriguez.
A good right hand there from Rodriguez.
And as you stated, that jab is being worked very effective by Misael Rodriguez. We'll see what his opponent is able to do in Guerrero.
You know, Jesse, Rodriguez, in watching him up close, he's one of those fighters that doesn't necessarily do everything aesthetically well. It doesn't always look perfect, but clearly there's something there, and I think a lot of it is just pure timing.
Yeah, exactly. You're right, Corey. Timing and also the consistency, right? He's always there, right? And he's not doing one thing, he's doing something else. He's not countering, he's attacking, right? And he's precisely always on time with his punches, and as you say, that's what helps. This is when the experience from Misael Rodriguez starts kicking in.
Work on the inside here from Guerrero. And if Guerrero is starting to fade, it would be somewhat understandable, Jesse. You figure the late notice and with the impending birth of your child, not exactly ideal circumstances for getting to peak fitness.
That's correct, but he's doing a phenomenal job so far. He's making it a very entertaining fight, and he's definitely going to get another opportunity to be in a good fight in the near future due to the fact that he's performing well today.
Standing up very, very well. Another good left hook, hard left hook on the inside from Rodriguez. And a collection of right hands there now backs up Guerrero. Guerrero decided he needed to take a walk there for a moment, didn't want to hang in the pocket for too long as he was being peppered by Rodriguez. A good tight right hand there from Rodriguez sends Guerrero off balance.
I mean, Guerrero is really exhausted. I mean, he can barely hold himself up. You can tell by his positioning and his footwork. Being pushed over all over the place, but he's giving it all he has.
Aquí en Culiacán, Sinaloa, México. Vámonos a la decisión de los jueces. Elva Mena, 78-76. Ricardo Felix and Edgar Ledesma both have the bout, 77-76. All three for your winner by unanimous decision. Todos a favor del ganador por la vía de la decisión unánime. He's still undefeated, Misael El Chino Rodriguez.
And we are set for a co-feature here from Culiacan. Eduardo Sugar Nunez taking on Martin Seca. You see the gaudy KO numbers for Nunez, a 96% KO percentage. All of his victories have come by way of knockout. He says he's motivated not just to keep that streak alive, but to take the O away from the undefeated Martin Seca. This should be a good one. Let's meet the fighters. Well, Seca has just looked positionally uncomfortable throughout this entire fight. You're right, Jesse. Showing some bravery firing back here. But looking very out of sorts as Nunez just stalks him around the ring.
He can really hear the punches.
And Seca is out!
Wow.
A sugar-sweet knockout for Eduardo Nunez. And now our concern turns to Martin Seca. That was a scary, scary landing.
Not only the impact of the punch, but when he landed on his head. So you could just hear the canvas. His head jumped off the canvas. And that's a double impact that just landed.
And we take a look at the matchup for our main event. Angel Fierro, Eduardo Estela, two fighters who crave action. The knockout artist, Angel Fierro, and the upset-minded Eduardo Estela, who's looking for his second straight upset victory to spoil the party and the world title hopes of Angel Fierro. It should be a banger. Fierro was penalized for that shot behind the head, but how much of that is the posture of Estela consistently dipping down the way that he is?
He still landed the shot over the top, behind the head, so it's still an illegal shot, regardless. Right. Yeah, so I would say, he should be warned. Maybe not. Oh, what a right hand! He should have been taken a point, in my opinion, but he should have been warned immediately. Right. And he needs to put a stop to it because those rabbit punches are dangerous. Oh, what a right hand! What a right hand
there! Estela starting to shell up.
You see, that was not a legal shot.
Oh, hard left hook, a tree of them for Fierro. And Estela crumples to the mat.
That was two hard left hooks that took him down. Shook him first, took him down. Wow. But the grit that the Uruguayan fighter is showing.
Unbelievable courage. But at what point will his body fail him as Fierro pounds away along the ropes?
He's hurt. He's hurt.
Fierro unloading. But does he have enough left in the tank to finish the job here in the fourth?
Uruguayan fighter came back with his own right uppercut just now. So yes, a lot to defend himself with.
A hard left hand again. Estela is wobbled.
But still coming back with his own.
Unbelievable heart. Down goes Estela again. And through the ropes. The bell cannot save him. He's back up to his feet somehow. And this fight will continue if the corner of Eduardo Estela will allow it.
What a right hand. What a finish to that round. Hit the canvas as the bell rang. Action, action, action.
Tiene que hacer caso, uno más, pero tiene que hacer caso. Este round se había caminado.
That was a nice hook as well from Fierro. Ooh, good, a triple hook. Now 1-2, 1-2.
Oh, hard right hand. After that flashy sequence from Estela, it's a straight right hand from Fierro that backs Estela up to the ropes.
You gotta admire the courage coming from Estela. Being caught with so many big punches and still trying, oh, what a hook by Estela. Still trying to win this fight. Still trying to be in it.
30 seconds remain here in round 7. Estela trying to roll with these shots along the ropes as he has all night long. Having more success in doing so than before, but still, these types of sequences do not look good to judges.
This showing, oh, what a right to the body. This sequence is showing, oh,
another left hook, and Estela goes down again, and that is
Fierro. What a win for Fierro. That was a tremendous hook that landed once again. As much as Estela was looking to defend himself, to move away from those big shots, he was still getting caught one way or another.